Yeah, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Fighter Pass tournament. So if you're new and you're wondering what this is a tournament of 32 potential characters that could be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as DLC, but we have a little bit of fun with it, so I put them into a little tournament here, and then each day on my channel, except for Sundays, because I do other stuff, but except for Sundays, I will upload one matchup from the tournament, and we vote down in the comments simply by typing the name of one of the two characters in today's matchup, or in, well, whatever day you happen to stop by and check out the matchups. Anyway, so you vote by typing their name, and if you absolutely love both the characters, you can vote for both. I just want to make that clear, but you only get one vote, so it's one or the other, or the other. So character A, character B, or both. That's how you would vote. Anyway, voting stays open for just 1 week for each matchup. That way the tournament just keeps on rolling pretty smoothly. And if there's ever a tie in the voting, I will flip a coin on camera. Doing a lot of things with my hands. But I'll flip a coin on camera. You guys will see that. And then we'll break the tie that way. Easy to do it. It's also double elimination, meaning the character has to lose twice before being officially eliminated. So, with that being said, we get to go over the results from last week's matchup, which was who now? Leon Kennedy taking on Crash Bandicoot, a winner bracket matchup. So, whoever loses this just falls to the loser bracket. They're still in the tournament. So, if you voted for one of these characters and they lost, no, don't feel too bad. They're still in it at least. So, let's just go up here and show you the results. Crash ended up winning I'd say pretty easily. 46 votes to only 13. My face cam might be in the way. But 46 to 13. So Crash gets to move on to, looks like the semifinals of the winner's bracket. Not the overall bracket, but the winner's bracket. So Crash will be facing Agumon, and I think that's coming up on Monday. So that should be a good one. That'll be a good one. But like I said, Leon's not done. Just falls to the loser bracket, where he will end up facing the winner of... Actually, the winner of today's matchup, and that comes up later, some point down the road. But yeah, so CupHead and Sans is the matchup. That's who your potential characters you can vote for. So let's jump into this. So I wanted to, I think I'm starting with CupHead. So I brought up his Wikipedia page real quick just to kind of give you an idea. I had a few comments on last CupHead matchup. Some people were getting the art style confused. I did myself. I had the wrong decade that it was kind of inspired from. Some people thought it was owned by Microsoft. Well, apparently it's not. So what is CupHead? First of all, what kind of game and style? Well, CupHead is a run and gun indie video game developed by publisher Studio MDHR. So there you go. I'm pretty sure Microsoft does not own that because it's an indie video game. But it was released on Microsoft Windows and Xbox One in September 2017. So I guess there's a port for Mac OS as well. But so it's I guess console exclusive to Microsoft, even though I think it would make a fantastic game on the Switch, honestly. But so it's a run and gun. It's sort of like you go through all these boss battles, and then you'll like learn and acquire new power-ups and weapons and skills kind of over time. So yeah, that's kind of how we would work. Plus here's a good thing about this. Check this out. So his game CupHead, I guess the name is CupHead, whatever it is, but sold over 3 million copies by August of 2018. So of course that was just last summer, but over 3 million copies for an indie game was tremendous. The game won several awards and accolades for its art, animation, and music. People love the style, people love the music, people love the character, and the gameplay. So CupHead, I think, is a pretty good, pretty cool character, and I think maybe if an indie character does get in, you know, I guess Shovel Knight and Shantae are somewhat, you know, kind of deconfirmed based on what Reggie said back around the Game Awards, where, you know, characters and franchises that are already represented will not be, you know, going forward. They won't have any representation in the DLC. So that's what's up with all these characters. So CupHead, you know, no representation in Smash. Could it happen? Maybe, but maybe not being on the Switch kind of could hurt it. But again, maybe there's a surprise announcement and they're like, boom, CupHead's actually getting ported over to the Switch, which I think would be fantastic. So if you're ever into like pretty somewhat challenging video. If you're into challenging games, you like to challenge yourself and just have a fun time doing it. Maybe you like to rage a little bit because some boss battles can get pretty ridiculous. CupHead, it's a game you should absolutely check out. So CupHead has a lot of cool ingredients. He's got a move set. People know him. He's an indie character. That'd be huge for indies to get their first actual playable rep in Smash Bros. I honestly think the character would sell DLC wise. People know the name. Won awards for its music, so he's got great music inside the game as well. And we all know the Fighter Pass comes with a character, a stage, and of course multiple music tracks. So there you go. He's kind of got everything kind of rolled into one here. It's a character that I think has to be considered, but I don't think would be, towards the top of the list of characters to be like, yep, that definitely has a chance to happen. But yeah, CupHead's a very interesting character. They do have a player 2 called Mugman, so you could throw that in with the alternate skins, give him a Mugman look. I thought that, that'd be a pretty cool touch for the character. Sort of like Olmar and Elf. They just look different, but exact same moveset. So, hey, I thought that'd be kind of cool. Mugman, CupHead. Yeah, it's a character I think that deserves some consideration, honestly. Really do. I really do. But let's move on to his opponent, Sans. Now, if I remember correctly, Sakurai has stated that he loves Undertale, the game. But again, Nintendo is the one that picked the DLC, not Sakurai. So, unless Nintendo came to Sakurai and said, all right, we're going to try to go for Sans or an Undertale rep, who could you make work? He'd probably pick Sans because I'm pretty sure he's a big fan of him, or at least the game in general. So, a lot of people see this character somewhat as a meme, and I can understand it to an extent, but then there's legit people that do want characters for, well, what the character is, and they don't just want characters in just because they're a meme. I mean, I'm a part of a bandwagon. Actually, I'm not even a part of the bandwagon. I'm actually a fan of my character that I really want, but so you could argue that point. But Sans character, moveset, would it work? Absolutely, sure. Kind of work a lot like Ness. They're pretty similar there. But Undertale, would it be a game that kind of should get at least consideration? I think so. But again, I think both these characters, I don't think they're towards the top of the list that Nintendo really came up with. Honestly, I'm thinking, that it's been rumored for a long time. Both these characters I'm about to mention, Steve from Minecraft and Erdrick from Dragon Quest. There's been rumors for a long time, there's going to be some sort of Minecraft content, and there's going to be some sort of Dragon Quest rep, especially with the most recent Nintendo Direct. They really seem to be pushing Dragon Quest, so there's a good chance with that. We'll still have to see if anything plays out with Minecraft content at all or not, but I don't know. I still think these are two franchises. These are two characters, Sans from Undertale and CupHead from CupHead, that you got to take into consideration. I think they'd make some pretty unique characters, and I think they would sell. Again, they might not be the most well-known characters, but at least people in gaming, they know the name. I think, once you lay eyes on the character and kind of see how they would play, I think a lot of people would be hooked on if either one of these characters made it in. And, so people in the Fighter Pass, if you've already bought the Fighter Pass, you're going to get what you get at this point, and I'm a part of that as well. I've already purchased it, so whoever's coming after Joker, just got to live with and accept and have fun with, which I will. I totally will. But, both these characters, I think, I've already said that, but both these characters, they're in consideration, but they're not. I don't think either one of them are too highly likely, but you never know. Maybe Nintendo kind of throws a little curveball at us and be like, actually, you know what? Why not? Here, we're going to go get some big name characters, but we're going to kind of sneak in a few maybe, not as, big of a name characters, if that makes sense, popularity-wise, as some other ones might think. But I don't know. I think, who am I going to vote for in this matchup? That's what I got to do. I think for this one, I actually like CupHead's style a bit more. I know a lot of people like the music from Undertale, Megalovania. I know I get that, and I'm all for having more music tracks. I'd be down to even buy just music tracks as DLC. Give us X amount of music tracks and make them, X amount of dollars, whatever it is. I'd be open to that. I would buy that. I love music. I love customizing my music when I do my stage selection and all that stuff. So I don't know. Music would be pretty cool, but yeah, for me, between these two characters, I'm gonna go CupHead. I think I like the style better. I like the character a little bit better, so he gets my vote in this one. So the only question left is who are you guys gonna vote for? Either CupHead or Sans from Undertale. The loser, well, unfortunately, is gonna lose and be out of the tournament. So that's what you got there, and then the winner gets to move on to face Leon Kennedy, but that'll be sometime down the road. So with that being said, looks like no matchup tomorrow because, well, tomorrow's Sunday. So we'll give you a sneak peek for Monday. Let's see. Like I said, the matchup should be, matchup is going to be Agumon against Crash Bandicoot. And then we'll get the results of, this one should be a good one, I think. Phoenix Wright against Sora. So can't wait for that. And then, Monday, Tuesday, we'll have the two semifinal matches from the winner's bracket, which would be great. But, that'll be next week. So we'll start off, really strong in the winner's bracket. And we're getting down to it. We're getting down to the last few characters. So this one should shape up to be pretty good. I can't wait to see the end results. So that is it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as always. And hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.